There are two types of friends which you would want to have. The first type are the friends who know all about the making money self-improvement niche and are working hard towards reaching their goal. Basically, they're people still on the journey towards success. The second type of successful friends are the friends who have already completed the journey, who have made it, who have amassed millions over the years. But there's only one way to get this second type of friend. I'll talk about it in the end. But for now, let's start by talking about the first type of friend, the friend who is still on the journey, just like you. Now I've summed up making this type of friend into 3 key steps. The first step I can't really teach you, but I'll tell you about it and I'll go over it quickly. This first step is intuition. Every single person in the world has an intuition. Some have better intuition than others, but still, you have a certain degree of intuition, and that means you can make this work. What you would do with intuition in this case is, let's say you go to school, you should have intuition to be able to differentiate the average people, the people who just go out and party, text girls and do all those things, from the more successful type people. That's something naturally which comes to you. You can see it from the way they act, the way they speak, and the way they talk about their dreams, for example. So what you need to do in this first step is to identify a few people which meet the criteria of not being too much like the other people. That's what you need to find. Now after you found those people, go ahead and talk to one of them and engage in some light conversation. Then after some time, you can ask them, what are your dreams? What are your goals? What do you plan on doing with your life? Where do you see yourself in 20 years? And then you can also add in something like, don't worry, say whatever you want, I won't judge you, in the middle of it. That way, they're left with 3 options. Either they're not really a success type friend and your intuition was wrong, and they just be like, oh, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a doctor, and that's not wrong at all, by the way. But if that's their dream, then they're probably not like you because you're watching this video. The second type of people are the people who are into this journey but aren't gonna talk much about it, and so they're gonna be very vague, and you can tell when they're kind of part of this journey. And the third kind of person is the one who just starts blabbering everything about his dreams, and he starts giving you every detail, and he talks about Iman Gaji and Hamza, and then you can know that this guy is a success type friend and you can become friends with him. But usually people don't talk about their goals that openly, and assuming your intuition was correct, that leaves us with one option. The person is being a bit vague about it, and after they're done, they're probably gonna ask you, what about you? What are your dreams? Then, when you start talking about your dreams, try to quote Iman Gaji and Hamza a few times. For example, one I like to use is when they ask me about my goals, I say I want freedom. Financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. Now, I don't know if you're watching this 3 years later and Iman Gaji is now like irrelevant, but right now, he's the main business online money making guy, and everyone who's like on this journey knows him. So if I say that specific sentence, which Iman Gaji uses a lot, they might interject and be like, oh, this is from Iman Gaji, and that way you can know that they're already on this journey. Or you can even ask them, do you know who I'm quoting this from? And if they do, boom, you've made a successful friend. Now, some people don't know Iman Gaji and Hamza, but they're still very smart and they're dedicated and they want to make money. And you can tell from just this conversation what kind of person they are. And if they're someone that you want as your friend, then boom, you just made a successful friend. I think this is the best method to finding successful friends, and you should try it out. Now, maybe you don't want these kind of friends, the people on the journey. You just want to head straight to the millionaire friends. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. It's not easy at all to become friends with millionaires and people like that. The only way to become friends with millionaires is to put in insane amounts of hard work and effort and to make a lot of money, and then naturally millionaire friends will get attracted to you and you'll naturally make them. That is the only way. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you there's a 3-step magical process to making millionaire friends. It's not easy at all. The only way to do that is to make money yourself and attract them. Think about it. Why would a millionaire ever be friends with you? What value do you bring him? The only other way to actually make a millionaire friend is to get very, very, very lucky. That's the truth. So for now, focus on making friends with the people who are still on the journey. Build yourself up with them, get rich, then you can make millionaire friends. And yeah, that's it. As always, thanks for watching, and remember, don't give up, no matter what.